TikTok is planning on launching an online retail store in the U.S. That's according to the website Semaphore.
That's right. Now, apparently, this is different from TikTok's current offering, which is called TikTok Shop. That is where brands can sell their own products through the app. The new store is expected to compete with retailers like Amazon. TikTok, for this, would have to buy inventory and handle logistics itself.
Joining us now is Louise Mitsakis. She is a technology and China reporter for Semaphore, where she recently reported on TikTok's retail plans. Tell us, Louise, TikTok already has this shop feature. This, though, is something different. It's intended to be a big play, something like Amazon. Talk to us about what exactly this is and the implications of it.
Yeah, so in the fall, I reported that TikTok was bringing its existing offering, as you called it, TikTok Shop to the US, which is basically just a platform that brands can use to sell their own products, that they handle their own logistics. So, a makeup company can advertise their products on TikTok, and then they'll send it from their warehouse. But now what TikTok is planning to do is that they're going to launch their own retail shop within the app. So they're going to buy their own products. A lot of these items are coming from China. So it's the same type of, small home goods, kitchen gadgets, toys that you might find on a website like Amazon, which also relies heavily on manufacturers from China. The difference in this case is that TikTok, just like Amazon, is going to have their own logistics supply chain. So they're going to have warehouses that they lease in the US where those items will ship from. So this is a really big move. Social media platforms historically have never done this because obviously it takes a lot of work, right? A lot of them say, okay, we're happy to have brands put their own shops on Instagram or on YouTube, but we don't want to, deal with the physical goods, to deal with customer service, returns, things like that. But TikTok is. So they're going to take this really big step, in either next month or in the coming months.
And the potential here is huge when you consider what a social app like TikTok already knows about its users and their interests, their locations, perhaps even their income. It's interesting, the Amazon comparison, because one thing Amazon did with its information is it replicated a lot of the products, Amazon Basic, to compete with some of the best-selling items on its platform. So how does TikTok plan on managing the infrastructure and supply chain issues? Because that's a completely different ball of wax compared to running a social site.
Totally. So I think one of the things that is working in TikTok's favor is that they already have an enormous multi-billion-dollar e-commerce business in China, which is where their parent company ByteDance is based. So over the last few years, the Chinese version of TikTok has grown into, one of the largest shopping platforms in China. So they do have some experience with how to build a business like this. I think the question is whether or not they can build a shopping platform that is appealing to Westerners, to people in the US and other countries. I think that's going to be really difficult. But right now, there's so much shopping interest on TikTok. Hashtag TikTok made me buy it is, been viewed billions of times. There's so much interest in products. But at the time, currently what's happening is that all of that interest goes off the platform, right? Like people discover new products and then they go and buy them on Amazon or another retailer's website. So the hope is that TikTok can keep some of that, economic activity within its own platform.
Well, it's interesting that this is also happening given that U.S. lawmakers have been trying to reel back TikTok's influence in the United States. Have we heard anything from lawmakers about this plan?
I don't think lawmakers have commented on it yet, but there's definitely a lot of concern that this could, continue to cause scrutiny for TikTok in Washington. For the last few years, they've been, debating whether or not the app should be banned entirely. And there's also been a renewed focus in the House, particularly on e-commerce platforms from China. So they're focusing on two other apps, Shein and Temu, which are both also Chinese owned. So I think the concern is that if TikTok, jumps into the retail space, will they then get, placed under the same scrutiny as these other sites already are?
Truly fascinating stuff. These social apps are taking over. Louise Mitsakis, thanks for joining us and walking us through this.
Thanks for having me.